black keys and 2 black keys above middle C. Very peaceful. That's the 3 black keys plus 1 piece that we learned and haven't gotten back to, but we're going to get back to it today. Welcome to Piano Live at 1:45. It is awesome to see you today for this, our 13th lesson. So let's get back to that 3 black key plus 1 exercise, and I'd like to rename that piece to the Green Earth because I think it's so peaceful and reminds me of how beautiful it appears when spring comes. The green leaves and the green grass start bursting forth, and it's awesome, just like this background. This is in a ditch at my house. Took this about 3 weeks ago. You can see a little baby slider turtle in the picture, and everything is green and pretty. Well, there went the greenery. Let's turn on the lights so we can see a little better. And while we're doing that, would you please make sure your devices are available, or you are at your piano. So here we go to the iPad to get it ready, and press that glissando, and let's roll with the scroll, roll with the scroll, roll with the scroll, roll. All right, so we're at C3, and we need these 2 black keys, that 2 black key group, actually only this one, and we need the 3 black key group up here, all 3 of them. So we did it this way. We went A sharp, G sharp, F sharp, back to A sharp, and down to the 2 black key group to D sharp. Let's do that again. Here we go. 3 black key group first. A sharp, ready, and go now. A sharp, G sharp, F sharp, back to A sharp, then down to D sharp. D, we descend to D. Descend means to go lower, right? All right. We can also say it as highest, middle, and lowest. We've done that. Let's try that. Here we go. 1, 2, here we go now. Highest, middle, lowest, highest, then D sharp. Do you remember that? All right, I hope so. So let's play it. Now, I'm playing it on the piano using the index finger, the pointer finger for my left hand for the D sharp, and I'm using the pointer, the middle, and the ring fingers of my right hand for the 3 black keys. Now, finger independence is something you have to cultivate when you take piano lessons. So I'm going to play separately. This is still new to you, so if you want to take the plunge and try these 3, go for it. If you're still using one finger, well, stick with that one finger pecking technique if you have to. Are you ready? All right, let's start with the A sharp. 1 and 2, and here we go now. A sharp, G sharp, F sharp, back to A sharp, A sharp, descend, D sharp. Let's play it again. A sharp, G sharp, F sharp, A sharp, D sharp. Can you do it again? A sharp, D sharp, F sharp, A sharp, D sharp. And we're going to do it one more time. Ready? Go. A sharp, G sharp, F sharp, A sharp, D sharp. And that's the whole piece. Let's play it with the accompaniment. Remember that when you play, and I've done this 2 ways, but after you play the D sharp, we're going to pause or rest 3 times, all right, before we go back to A sharp, G sharp, F sharp. Bye, little turtle. Are you ready? Fingers ready? Here we go. The green earth. That's what happens after you have rain, right? 1, 2, 3, go. A sharp, G How did you do? Have you got that? I hope so. That's not such a hard piece. The thing is, if you play one finger at a time, it's hard to make it smooth and pretty. So you want to start working on using 3 different fingers instead of just one to pick it out. That'll make it really pretty and expressive. Let's try something different. Let's do Rain, Rain, Go Away. We've really been trying to learn that, and I'm going to put the song sheet up here, and I hope you can see that. Wow, yes we can. So here it is for the first half of Rain, Rain, Go Away. It's a little bit light, isn't it? Let me turn this light off. So we know that we've been using F sharp and D sharp to play this. Okay? F sharp, first key of the 3 black key group. Back to that D sharp, the second key of the 2 black key group. How have you been doing with this? Let me see if I can slide it over just a little bit. Let's try it together. Are you ready? So here's what we've learned on Monday when we started this. Fingers ready? 1 and 2 and here we go now. F sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp. Now how did that go? I bet you're like a pro with it now because we've been over that so much. Let's do it again, okay? And then I'm going to put the rest of it on the smartboard so you can see it. Here we go. 1 and 2 and here we go now. F sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp. I failed to mention this, but when you're reading notes for music, it's just like reading a book. You read from left to right, and when you get to the end of one line, you start on the next. I figured that you figured that out because you're pretty smart like that. Now, let's take this one off. And to show that we are adding the second half, I put it in green, okay? So that you can see it's different. Now, it's not showing up that great up here, but you can see this is what we did the first time. And now we're adding this part that starts right here. So let's go over that second half. It's a little more of a challenge because sometimes the short rhythm patterns like aren't in the same place they were at the beginning part that we learned. All right? For example, what we just played. Bum, 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 bum. Look at this. That's what we start the second half of this with. Well, where else did you see that? Where else was it? That's right, it's right here, towards the end of the first half. So that's the same rhythm, and we're starting out with it here at the beginning of the second half. So let's try starting with the second half with this that we've blocked off. You ready? Okay, let's try it. So we've got our fingers ready. F sharp. Here we go. 1 and 2 and here we go now. F sharp, F sharp, D sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp, then F sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp. That might be a little fast. I might need to slow down. And also, let's use this. Let's do the last half. And I'll hold this up. Let's see if I can, yeah. That way you can see both. Now this is a part of taking piano that's hard is hand-eye coordination. Looking up at the notes and then trying to play them. This is tough, so my hat's off to you for taking on this challenge. So here's F sharp and here's D sharp. So let's play that last half. Are you ready? 2 F sharps, 2 D sharps, and then 2 F sharps. 1 and 2 and here we go. Now, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp. One each. F sharp, D sharp, 2, then 1. How was that? Did you like having this on the smartboard behind you? Did that help? It is hard to see, but I will post this on my Piano Live page if you want to see it on the Music with Miss Byrd-Phelps website. Let's do this again. You ready? Here we go. Last half of the song. 1 and whoop. That's the one thing about the smartboard is sometimes it disappears. So are you ready? Let's try it again. 1 and 2 and the last half of Rain, Rain. F sharp, F sharp, D sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp. Just 1. F sharp, D sharp, 2. F sharp, F sharp, D sharp. You'll notice too that you have groupings of like 2 F sharps and D sharps. Sometimes you have one group of F sharp and then 1 D sharp. So like here, 2 F sharps and 1 D sharp. Let's circle this. Where else do you see this? Yeah, right here. And yes, right here at the end. So you see these patterns that repeat? That's pretty neat, isn't it? Let's play the whole thing straight through, and then let's try it with the accompaniment. Are you ready? From the beginning. 1 and 2 and here we go. Now, F sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp. Then 2, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp. Keep going. 2, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp. Just 1, F sharp, D sharp, 2, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp. How did that go? Are you doing an awesome job? Let's see how you do with the accompaniment. I gotta take this down. I'm sorry. Now, you see what it did to the writing. Here's the accompaniment. I want you to go for it. Play the best that you can. Even without that, you can do it because we've been practicing it. 1, 2. You ready? Ready, and go. So that's faster, isn't it? I'm going to turn it back on so you can get that tempo. 1 and 2 and like that. 1, 2. You ready? Ready. We'll do it twice. Go now. F sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp. Keep going. F sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp. 1, 2. F sharp, D sharp. And go now. F sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp. 2. F sharp, F sharp, D sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp. 2 again. F sharp, F sharp, D sharp, D sharp, F sharp, F sharp. Just 1. F sharp. Now 2. F sharp, F sharp, D sharp. I hope you could keep up with me. Let's do a little celebration. That's the way, I like it, That's the way, I like it, Thank you for tuning in today. Keep practicing Rain, Rain, Go Away, and practice the Green Earth or 3 Black Keys plus 1. We're going to do something different tomorrow. Until then, this has been Piano Live at 1:45.